congratulate you on a job well done and call you a United States Marine.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. To support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies. Foreign and domestic. And to bear true faith. And allegiance to the same. That I will obey. The orders of. The President of the United States. And the orders of. Those officers. Appointed over me. According to regulations. And the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God.
The military is a culture, just like any other. And military people, like any culture, have certain beliefs, practice certain rituals and traditions, and hold fast to certain ideals that shape who we are as a group of people who wear or have worn the uniform of our country. We have our own history and language at times. In fact, it's truly as if they're speaking a different language when we use words like Uncle Sam's Canoe Club, which is a Navy term for the Coast Guard. What about a ground pounder, in reference to somebody serving in the infantry? Then there's chest candy, slang term for the ribbons and medals worn in uniform. And there's one that I've been using for more than 56 years. Yes, sir, buddy. Words of affirmation, words of encouragement that I learned from a drill sergeant, and I've spoken repeatedly. We have engaged in very specific traditions, and they are richly written throughout history. Just look around you at any event when the national anthem is played or the Pledge of Allegiance is spoken. You'll see military people standing at attention with a right-hand salute. We take pride in our sacrifices, and sometimes we feel like people who haven't lived our lives just can't understand. Some things veterans want you to know. Number one, we are not all soldiers. Many people, including the media, refer to soldiers as a general term for all the military. This is not correct. Soldiers are only in the Army. There are other branches in the armed services, and they all have their different missions and different subcultures, although we are all part of the same larger team. Military people are very proud of their specific service branches. Full-time, 24/7, active duty, National Guard, or reserves. We are a group of highly trained men and women that stay ready to be called up to augment a national defense-related mission or to help in domestic, national, or local emergencies. Not everyone in the military is a ground pounder. The truth is, the range of what people do in the military is truly remarkable. We are expertly trained in literally hundreds of jobs, from mechanics, cooks, pilots, divers, sailors, doctors, musicians, military, police, fire. We operate, maintain, and fix all types of weapons, aircraft, sea vessels, vehicles, equipment, and machinery. We have leaders at every level in the chain of command. There's a sense of real leadership that's taught and truly embraced along the chain of command. Leadership is a very important factor in military service. Those who wear the uniform feel responsible and accountable to others. This is a large part of the pride we take in our service. The demands of every mission can be pretty tough at times, but we endure, and when things go awry, we analyze the situation at hand, adapt, and reorganize to overcome obstacles, move on to complete our mission, even after we leave our military service. Majority of military people take pride in their appearance, conduct, and physical fitness very seriously. Even out of uniform and into our civilian lives, we feel compelled to hold to a standard with regard to how we look. Our physical fitness may diminish as we age. However, we're mentally compelled for maintaining a standard of conduct. Some people have perceptions about military people rigidly based upon the way they look. In fact, we like to think of ourselves not as rigid, but as proud. This is just the way we are. We've been trained that way, and we believe that these standards have a purpose, whether it be in the military or in civilian life. Please don't ask if we killed someone, and those who have do not want to talk about it. This one doesn't need a lot of commentary. Unfortunately, this is a question that gets asked of our military veterans far too often. Nowadays, and encouraged by the proliferation of video games, our youth merely look upon killings as a game achievement of numbers. We do not all have PTSD. There's a general perception that anyone who deployed to combat develops PTSD, and that's just not true. The media has created a bias that insinuates those with PTSD might be violent. This is not true. Those of us with invisible wounds of war may be injured, but we are not dangerous or become violent. Military or civilian, people from all walks of life might have symptoms in the acute aftermath of any kind of trauma. It is really hard for most veterans to ask for help. The military culture is based upon service, sacrifice, and helping others, or even rescuing others. Historically, we have not placed enough self-value to care for ourselves or to seek behaviors. There's an expectation of a mission accomplishment based upon this long-standing cultural bias. Reaching out for help for ourselves is difficult for military people. Some veterans view asking for help as a sign of weakness. It also takes a great level of trust for a veteran to allow him or herself to be vulnerable. Please have patience and don't give up on us. Our military service changes us. That change is permanent, and that's okay. Like I said, it's a culture with its own traditions, rituals, language, standards, expectations, stigma, wonderful moments, and horrible moments. We would die for each other and for our country. We would, and we do. It doesn't matter where we fight, the geographical location, or the technological or political backdrop. It doesn't matter what the mission is or who's in charge of the country. Why we fight has always been for the same from the very, very beginning. It's about the people. Take a look to your left, take a look to your right, and any military person will tell you that the people with whom we serve become brothers and sisters to us, and we would not change that culture or sacrifice for the world. This defines our culture. People who serve in and out of the uniform and who will make that sacrifice. They live by a certain code, and we like to say it's honor, commitment, respect, and duty. We differ in how much we identify with the military after we leave active duty. Some people find themselves truly defined by their service and their association with the military. Others consider it part of their past and move on from it. Most of all, these are people who make a choice. We've all chosen to serve something larger than ourselves, more important than ourselves. When you stop to think about it, we've all made the sacrifice for one reason: to serve something more important than ourselves when it comes right down to it. In perhaps parallel sense, I reflect upon all of us being a veteran of our heavenly forces to uphold the values of our faith in honor, commitment, respect, and duty to carry on the teachings of a young man, assembled a squad of 12 men, ground pounders and naval fishermen of the sea, to carry on a mission of faith, a mission that continues on for more than 2,000 years by a man who at the age of 33 years old died on a cross for our salvation thousands of years ago in service to his faithful mission to our God. On behalf of your Knights of Columbus Council, your Patriotic 4th degree, Father Ron D. Hunt, our chaplain, friar, and our pastor, to all those who wear or have worn the uniform, I present a salute and sincerely thank you for your service. Yes, sir, buddy.
And when my days have come,